Welcome to Power Talk Radio, where you can listen and learn from celebrities, icons, and everyday hardworking women. Their stories will empower and motivate you to be the best you can be. Our host, Tonya DeCosimo, is the founder of P.O.W.E.R, Professional Organization of Women of Excellence Recognized, and editor-in-chief of Power magazine. She is also an author, columnist, and has worked successfully for 30 years in the advertising and publishing industry. Welcome to today's program. Here's Tonya.
Welcome, everybody, to Power Talk Radio. I'm your host, Tonya DeCosimo, and what a fun series we have. This series is called the Look Good, Feel Good series. And I am here with not only a wonderful friend and a beautiful person inside and out, but a fabulous doctor, and her name is Dr. Kelly Mattone. Now, Dr. Mattone is a cosmetic physician who has distinguished herself in the health, beauty, and fitness industry as a respected medical expert, guest speaker, contributing writer, guest beauty editor, medical correspondent, and spokeswoman on local and national stages. She has literally changed the face, shape, and hairlines of thousands of men and women without surgery or any downtime. Her Botox is the best in the country, and she's just an amazing individual, and I'm so happy to have her with us. Welcome, Dr. Mattone.
Well, thank you, Tonya. That's some introduction.
So this is fun. To me, at least, it's a fun series, the Look Good, Feel Good. I believe that when you look good, you feel good. And when you look good and feel good, I think that also contributes or has a lot to do with being successful. So do you think, or I should say, what do you think about the look good, feel good connection? Is that a real thing to you?
You know what? It's not only a real thing to me, but it's a scientific study that was done. But I'm going to backtrack to 20 years ago when I started injecting Botox. My very first patient was my cranky old Scottish aunt, who had a perpetual scowl on her face, and people just didn't respond very well to her. So I injected, between the brows, got rid of her lines. And a couple of weeks later, she said to me, "I think I'm happier now. Everyone at work says I look happy. What have I done that I'm so happy?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that really did make her a happier person, and people were responding to her in a more positive way. But there was a study out of the University of Washington, actually it was George Washington University, where they took patients who were depressed and on medication, and they gave half of them Botox and half of them a placebo. And the patients who got the Botox injections reported much less depressive symptoms, and a lot of them even came off their medication. So yeah, it's not just rooted in, what we kind of anecdotally, there's actual scientific proof about that.
Wow. Okay. You see,
Cool.
Here we go. We have it from Dr. Mattone. So I'm over my 50s, 50 something, even though I don't look it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you don't. You certainly don't.
I haven't done anything surgery-wise on my face, but, I believe in keeping up and, trying, whether it's Botox or injectables. What do you think when you hit your 50s is the best route to go if you're not looking for surgery and you just want to keep yourself looking fresh?
Right. Hands down, that would be therapy. Therapy is the closest thing you're going to get to a facelift without actually having your face cut open by a surgeon. Therapy works on the same level that the plastic surgeons work underneath your skin to tighten and lift it. So with therapy, I hit those two levels, and therapy is the only FDA cleared procedure to lift. Any other procedure out there can say tighten, like Morpheus can tighten it. Thermage can tighten, laser can tighten, but nothing else has FDA clearance to lift. And not only lifting, it has visualization FDA clearance because it's an ultrasound. So I have an ultrasound monitor. I see, what's happening underneath your skin, and I treat at the same level. And it's ultrasound. It's so safe. And you can use ultrasound on a fetus. You can certainly use it on your face. So that really hands down, it's a one-time treatment. It's not that you have to do it in a series. Most of my patients do it once, and I've been following them for the last, I don't know, 8 to 10 years. And I have pictures of patients every third year, up to 8 years, and they look better now than they did, even before that. So that hands down, and you don't even have to be 50. I have women starting in their 30s to do, because you're starting to lose, your collagen, you're starting to age already. So why not? Not that I have anything against plastic surgery. When the time comes, believe me, I'll be there if I need to.
I'm with you on that. Listen, we're talking about looking good and feeling good. And sometimes we judge other women. We're like, oh, look at that facelift. That's horrible. Meanwhile, she might think she looks beautiful. So, and I really believe that people should do what makes them happy, and that we really shouldn't.
And do it for yourself. And you need to do things for yourself, not to please other people, because when you feel better about yourself, you're just going to project that to everything. And the other, we had spoken about Botox a little bit earlier, but another thing I do for women for picking up is I have a creative way of using Botox. It's called microtox. So instead of going into the muscle, it goes into the skin, which is smooth muscle, which just kind of contracts. Your pores open and close, your hair goes, rises and falls. So you can tighten that up, and it's almost like having filler done, and it works instantly, especially for lip lines. You need your eyes opened up a little bit, and you don't have to worry about muscle. A lot of women don't want to do Botox because they're afraid their eyes are going to droop, their muscles, one is going to wind up here, one's going to wind up down here. Since it's not going in muscle, you don't have to worry about any kind of facial expressions. It just tightens your skin, it closes your pores. I
think that's best for me, because I have bedroom eyes as it is. And I'm always afraid when I get Botox that it's just gonna, my brows are just gonna fall. So I know a lot of women are reluctant to get Botox because of that. Now, what about somebody who does not have the extra money to get surgery, or to even do, any of these procedures that you're talking about? I mean, what about just an everyday regimen?
The most important thing you can do for yourself is to wear sunblock. 90% of premature aging comes from the sun. And it's not because, you went to an island and you didn't put sunblock. It's repeated little exposures every single day, cumulatively add up. That's preventable. That is so preventable. You shouldn't have to worry about that. A good diet, low fat, low iron, high in hyaluronic acid if you can. These are, and water is paramount to our well-being. But seriously, I have such a hard time with patients. No, I only wear my sunblock if I'm going out in the sun. And I'm like, you know what? Unless you live in Alaska where it's dark, sometimes for 18 hours a day, if you can see the light of day, you're getting bombarded with UVA. And it's UVA that causes all the damage to your collagen underneath the skin. So, a little ounce of prevention goes a seriously long way.
I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty.
Not me. I wear 3 sunblocks. People think I'm absolutely crazy, but I wear 3 sunblocks. I have a zinc that I put on, then I have another zinc product, and then a powdered zinc on top of that to get me some color every day. I don't care if it's snowing, raining. That's it.
That's what you do. But you also have this liquid collagen. Tell us about that, the liquid collagen.
Okay, so as you age, you're losing collagen. Actually, collagen is really doesn't live by itself. It lives with hyaluronic acid and chondroitin sulfate. And together, these 3 things give your skin and your body the structural support that it needs. Right. Visible signs of aging like lines, wrinkles, dryness, even joint discomfort is a result of things drying out. So if collagen and hyaluronic acid are holding your to lose them, and your skin has nowhere to go but into the spot where it's no longer supported. So if you could, it stands to reason, if you could replace what you're losing, you should be able to reverse lines and wrinkles, and you can. And there's also an enzyme that your body produces that breaks down your own hyaluronic acid. This liquid collagen that I endorse turns that enzyme off so that you have more hyaluronic acid around constantly, plus you're adding it to your, to your body.
And now that is called, how do you pronounce it?
P.O.W.E.R is our company name, and it's Liquid BioCell. It's a collagen HA matrix, natural composition, it's exact composition to what's inside of our bodies. So when you take it, your brain thinks that you're, that it's made it, and it's just going to put it where you need to go. And I've seen, on our label, and we have clearance, so it's a supplement, so it's not an FDA approved thing, although the FDA has given us safety clearance. Because it's a supplement, we can only make certain claims, and we are allowed to claim that we reverse lines and wrinkles, dryness, and joint discomfort, very simply.
And I've tried the product.
Mhm.
I love the serum. Dr. Mattone knows that. I love the scent of it also.
Yes, and it's all clean label.
Yeah.
Everything is clean label. There's no chemicals. We don't test on animals. Even our packaging is clean label. And we've won awards with the Editor's Beauty Choice Awards for green beauty with us.
Yeah. And the drink is excellent. I love the liquid BioCell. I love that drink. I really do. And you know what? I feel that it's working. I do. And when you believe something's working, it will work also.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, absolutely. No, and it does. I mean, we have 37 clinical trials that prove, what we have works. So, if anyone has any more questions about that, just reach out.
well, we'll give you contact information at the end. So Dr. Mattone, why do you think women are so obsessed with looking and feeling younger?
Well, Tony, it's not just women. I have plenty of men who come into my practice. We're hardwired to make judgments based on what we see. So and you're basically without any other kind of input from the way we're hardwired from birth. So you really kind of prejudge that. And what do you look at the most? You look at your own face in the mirror. So, then you have all the social media stuff that people want to try and keep up with everyone else. But I think most people, I know from me personally and women my age, we just want to look good. It makes you feel good. I mean, that's why you're doing this look good, feel good. It really is. It's true. Am I obsessed? I don't know that I'm obsessed. Do I look in the mirror every day? Of course I look in the mirror every day. I have women looking at me all day long as I'm injecting them. But, I like that natural kind of look and the natural route. And it's not perfection. As Isabella Rossellini and Ingrid Bergman had said, beauty is in your imperfections. Anyone could be beautiful. So that can be kind of boring. Your beauty lies in your imperfections. Embrace, nobody's perfect, and who wants to be?
And it's funny that you said that because, confidence. You see people walking down the street and you might, and again, we all judge, we all say things, but somebody might be a few pounds overweight, but they're so confident, right, in the way that they look, that you don't look at them being overweight. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Their personality.
Right, you see their confidence.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
and you know what? Today, everything is acceptable. If nobody really, I'm sure there's some body shaming and some face shaming going on, but for the most part, we're at a point in society where if you're good with it, then everyone else should be good with it too. It's confidence, and confidence in any skin is a great thing.
Absolutely.
And that's attractive. Confidence is really attractive. And if you can't, then you fake it till you make it.
That's right. That's right. That's funny. Tell us about, I know you're a volunteer flight doctor, co-pilot for the Angel flights. Tell us all about all the charities you're involved in.
Okay, so Angel Flights is a very loose organization of private pilots who have their own planes, and out of the goodness of their hearts will help transport sick children to treatment. So I'm on the board of directors of Angels on the Bay. It's a children's charity, and we're based out of St. Mary's Hospital in Bayside. And we're at a meeting one time, and one of my board members, who's a nuclear physicist, he was going to be taking a kid, and I said I didn't know about the organization. And I'm like, where are you taking him? And with what? He goes, on my plane. I said, oh, I would love, do you have a flight doctor? He goes, no, we just kind of do this. I said, I would love to be a flight doctor for you. And he said, well, then, come on aboard. So it satisfies a lot of my need for service. But at the same time, I had taken flying lessons when I was in college in California. So when we don't have a patient in the plane, he'll let me fly, which is so super exciting.
Wow.
And it was really very cool. Our first flight, when we had picked up our patient, air traffic control got on the phone on the airways to let us through, and see flight, which just touched me like beyond belief. They cleared the air, and it was Mercy Flight 123, just go. So it's so heartwarming to be able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're always doing good work and helping people out. God bless you. Dr. Mattone, what does the word power mean to you?
Power is faith. You ask that question to most people and they go, power is control. It's either control of myself or control of other people. And for me, it's kind of just the opposite. Tonya, as a Catholic woman, faith is believing without seeing. So if you're believing without seeing, you are relinquishing control to God. For me, it's God, to a higher being, the most powerful being. If I could give my power to God, then that means I have his power.
Yeah. Great
That's
answer.
it for me.
I love that. And one last question. I know
Okay.
so for women out there that are feeling down, okay, they feel like I don't look good, I don't feel good, I'm aging, for women that are kind of giving up, what can you say to them?
Never give up. Never give up. There's always hope for whatever it is that you need. I don't know if it's a spiritual connection you need or a moral support, but if on a physical way, you can certainly change and be realistic. Have realistic expectations. I'm 62 years old. I used to think that I was, part of the young crowd. I'm nowhere near part of that young crowd. My skin is not as tight as it was, and I'm okay with that. So be happy with what you have. Don't give up. Always strive for more. If that's what you want, it's out there, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and it's very, simple trick. Get out and exercise. That really makes you feel good. Drink water, put on sunblock, and make friends. Be connected with people and animals. And if you're feeling bad about yourself, go service somebody else. Go volunteer, because when you're not feeling so great, you look around the world, you probably have it a lot better than next to you. So go and give of yourself, because when you give of yourself, it comes back.
It's true. Great answer. Well, Dr. Mattone, you look good. You look great. Are you feeling good?
Yes, you know what? I feel marvelous. I really do. I'm healthy, so I'm grateful to that. And I'm confident in whatever it is that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm truly a blessed individual. And to know somebody like you is just, more blessings on top of that.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for taking part in our Look Good, Feel Good series. You are my first guest, and yes, I'm so excited to have you. For all our listeners, anybody who wants to contact you, where can they find you?
My website is aestheticmedicalstudio.com. Or if you want to reach out, my office phone is 516-482-2424. So that's what we can do.
Thank you for being with us today. I really appreciate it. And keep up the good work. You do amazing things for so many women and men and children. And just keep doing what you're doing. God bless you.
Thank you. Same to you. God bless you.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening to Power Talk Radio. We hope you were inspired by our show today and look forward to our next episode featuring another empowering woman. To learn more about being part of Power, go to PowerWoe.com. That's www.P.O.W.E.R.com and follow us on social media.